Nikos Rentas here, mentorsapproach.com. Thank you for visiting. Once again, we have another video, and it is all revolving around trust and what trust is, how trust works. This is an email from somebody who is dealing with these issues after the breakup. They saw the video on Moving On, liked what I had to say, and now they're sending an email in wondering about trust and when you do move on, how do you meet and allow people into your circle? So I'm going to jump into the email. Hi, Nikos. I have a question regarding your video on Moving On. I have had nothing but bad relationships for the last several years. My last relationship was with a narcissist who took advantage of me and destroyed a lot of my life. I spent the better part of the year reading up on narcissism, watching videos and moving forward, and also how to attract the right people in your life. I'm currently dating another person who has similar selfish characteristics that I have noticed since starting to work with him on an idea I had. Okay, so you are female. I almost saw the him there. I was wondering if you're male or female there. Great on starting a new business or leading on an idea to see if it's going to work somewhere. It brings new life after you've gone through everything you've gone through. It makes you feel so much better. I wanted to hear your input on attracting the right people in your circle. How are you confident you're allowing the right people in? Is there a way to know? Your question is really on trust, and it's basically telling us, it's telling us your inner self is not trusting yourself with the people you're meeting. That's where you need to look at it as a whole picture. Are you confident with yourself? Are you happy with yourself? A lot of people go out and they're trying to figure out how do you attract the right people in your life. And the reality is that you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about who's coming into your life. What you need to worry about is how happy you are. How happy you as yourself, as a person, can you say that, hey, I'm super happy right now and I'm happy on my own and I would like this awesome person to come in my life, but I can wait. And eventually they will come in. The biggest thing that we see with people and when we talk with people is they've broken up and then their whole life has kind of fallen apart, but it hasn't. And at some points it's really strong still, but they don't see it because when we break up, we're so stuck in that negative realm and life's all about balance and, we're always in a constant state of balancing. I heard this the other week by one of the yoga teachers and she was just kind of like, we're always in a state of balancing. There's always good and there's always bad. We meet good people and bad people all the time. And if we're happy with ourselves, then we don't have to worry about these people if they're going to stay or leave. We don't have to worry about people who are going to use us. We're not going to have to worry about people that are selfish and they're doing something for all selfish needs. We meet these people every day. We also meet very good people that care about us. And we kind of like, well, is that person who I really want? Because I really want that guy or I really want that girl. Yeah, and the bottom line is if you really want those people, they will come into your circle and then you get into the whole thing of dating and meeting new people. Where do you go for that? I have a couple friends that are consistently complaining about not finding the right people. And I'm like, well, have you tried going somewhere else? Have you tried doing something different than that you usually do? Okay, how are you going to meet a perfect girl or a perfect guy that's in your mind? Okay, if you're not in that environment. So if I was looking for somebody who is athletic, am I going to find them only at the bar? Well, no. I'm probably going to find them at, one of the places where I go and I have my, the activities that I do. Usually it's in a sporting thing where, you go play soccer or you play football, tag football or, frisbee, you name it. That's where you're going to go find that. If you want somebody who's really businessy, then you want to go to business events and, they're networking but at the same time you're looking. And if you meet somebody that's really not into business, same business you are, but they have that business mindset, then yeah, like the entrepreneurial mindset. All these things are in that realm. You got to go out. You can't just sit there and wait. When you look at, you're starting a business right now, and I guess I'm not sure if the business came after you met this dude, if the dude came and you had started the business, or he's like, oh, great idea, you started working on the business, then you guys hit it off, and now you're seeing the selfish stuff. I'm not sure which scenario it is. Either way, what kind of selfishness is it? Now, with me, when I'm meeting people, I've been through so much, and the last 8 months has been quite the difference with all the things that have happened. But when I'm meeting somebody, my goal, my purpose in life is number one. I need to make sure that I achieve what I have set out to achieve. If somebody doesn't respect that, well, what am I supposed to do? Do I want to keep them in my life? I've dealt with toxic people. I've dealt with the narcissists, the people that put me down to the point where I did not achieve my goals, my purpose. And then all of a sudden they leave and I'm stuck with nothing. That's not a way to live. I was like empty, and then I started slowly working again. And there's like a 3-4 month, 5 month, year delay in your life, all because one asshole came into your life and fucked it all up. You don't need that. And the way to deal with that is what I've realized is I sit there and I say to myself, well, what's good for Nikos? Right now, Nikos needs to work and Nikos needs to do all this. What's good for the people that are in my life will be good for what's me. And if I'm happy, they will be happy. Now, if I'm miserable, sad, and I hate myself, they're going to leave. And if I'm really happy and they come in and they start using me and I become miserable, they're going to leave. So I have to maintain my own personal happiness. And once I maintain that and I know what makes me happy, I continue to do that, then life adjusts itself. And the people that want to stay in my life, whether it's selfish or not selfish, they will stay in there for as long as they can handle or like what I'm doing. So if I'm committed to going to the gym every day, going to hot yoga every day, if I'm committed to working on my businesses, if I'm committed to helping people, if I'm committed to my family, and I'm still making time for them, and they're happy with that, that's the kind of person I want to stay. I want them to stay in my life. I don't want somebody who's going to be like, whoa, you're going to the gym too much. Oh, well, you're going to hot yoga and the gym. Oh, you're dealing with your parents too much or your family too much and you're not focusing on me. Go fuck yourself. I don't need that. I don't need that hassle. Come tell me, hey, I want to spend more time with you. How can we make this work? Because, hey, I have a life too, and let's make this work. And then I can sit down and be like, this is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing. Let's make things work. And then we can find ways to get together more often, and then we can start building a relationship. That's in my head. That's how it works. And the relationships that have worked that way, they grew, and all of a sudden, your friends that have stuck around, they know that they're there for you when they have to, but then they have their own things, and I have my own things, and we make it a point to be there for one another. We get into the good relationships I've had. We started talking, then we started hanging out, then we started moving into the relationship aspect, and we were closer and closer and closer. The bad relationships were, I stopped going to the gym. I stopped going to hot yoga. I stopped focusing on my diet. I stopped focusing on me. I got fat. I gained weight. Then I stopped working on my businesses. I started spending more time doing stupid mundane stuff, deciding to watch TV every night instead of focusing on working on my next videos, on my next business, on the next partner I'm meeting that is going to elevate a new business to the next, stardom that I wanted to go to. This is the mentality that we have to look at. So when you're talking about, how do you know? You know because your purpose stands its ground. You are moving forward. You're starting this business right now. Focus on it. Do not worry about the relationship part. And if they want to leave, leave. Okay, the business side, that's another conversation in itself. Are you doing the right things to protect yourself when somebody like this comes into your life? If you are, and you are, then great. If you're not, let's talk. Book an appointment. Let's talk about what is going on with that business, what's going on with the relationship. How do you get along with everything? Okay, I've made so many videos all focused around purpose. And the reason I focus around that is because if you're aligned with your center and you're focused, that state of balancing, that purpose is there. It won't break. You're actually moving forward in the right direction. And all the decisions you make are happy, good, solid, foundational decisions that will elevate you to the next decision. You won't have any negative inside of you. The narcissist that you dated, they're going to come back one day. They will. They're going to see you doing better. Are you going to be able to handle that? Are you going to have the inner strength, the skill set of how to communicate to say, go fuck yourself, buddy. I don't even want to deal with you. Are you? That's what we want to work on. That's what we want to focus on, not on who's coming into your life right now and how you need somebody right now. And that's all that's outside stuff, trying to find happiness through outside things, when you need to just say to yourself, what makes me happy? What is my purpose? What are my goals? How do I stick to my goals? And if somebody's being selfish and they want more of you and you can't give more of you, and you tell them that and you say, listen, right now, this is what I'm going through, and they choose to put you down, to make you feel like shit, they don't deserve to be in your life. Tell them there's a door, off you go, and do not worry about it. One of the biggest and truest form of self-love is understanding that feeling of saying no. And a good buddy of mine, good friend of mine, one of my best friends, Louis Mabee, he always, he's one of the top people to talk to about relationships, about spiritual stuff and moving forward. And he just says, bye-bye, Felicia. And it's one of those things where I repeat it in my mind when I'm dealing with anybody who pulls out the narcissistic garbage, the toxic stuff that I don't need in my life anymore. And it's helped me grow, is just to know, hey, there's my purpose. I need to achieve this. It's better for me, better for my family, better for the friends, better for anybody who comes into my life. And if I do that, I know I'm making the right decisions no matter what. I will not regret after. And that is one of the greatest feelings in the world. So going off of your questions there, how are you confident when you're allowing the right people in? This is the purpose is where you need to focus on. And once you focus on that, it'll be easier to say no to new people enter your life. It'll be easy to say no to somebody you've been dating for a long time. Easy to say no when you start something and your friends are like, oh, that's stupid. And you're like, fuck you, because I think it's a good idea, so I'm going to try it. Or your family when they want so much of you and you want to say no. I deal with that. I'm always consistently doing stuff for family, and then I got to work, and then I beat myself down because I didn't work hard enough, or I didn't say no and finish what I needed to finish first, then go and deal with that. So it's a balance, and we're in a growth stage all of our lives, and different situations pop up. And I'm sure when I have kids one day, the kids are going to want more stuff, and I'm going to be like, I need to get my stuff done. And then they're going to be like, what? Like, I'm your kid, what the hell's wrong with you? And then I'm going to be like, okay, so I got to find a balance. I got to grow into making structural changes that will support them, support me. It works in every aspect of life, in every time frame of life when we're growing. So take a look at all the different things I'm posting. Take a look at everything we're talking about. Please do comment below, and please do like the videos and share them. I keep getting a lot of emails coming in from people, but not a lot of likes coming in or growing the channel, and I'd like to see that happen. Please do share, and please submit your emails for more great talk and communication of what's happening in life and how we can better each other. If you do want to book an appointment, please visit mentorsapproach.com and book an appointment with me for either coaching or prolonged mentors timeline of 3 months, 4 months, 8 months, where we can really pull out a lot of the things that are hindering your success and grow those good habits in there that will see you succeed. Again, my name is Nico Sorrentos, mentorsapproach.com. Thank you.